Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Honda Ace. Today we're going to be replacing the lug nut stud. One of these had broken off. I believe it was in a car accident from the previous owner of this 2000 Honda Civic. As you can see, one is a little bit shorter than the rest. It still held the wheel on, but I could not get a lug nut on there, so I had to replace it. Okay, first to start, take off the brake caliper. There's two bolts holding this on. You can see they screw on the back, so remove these two. Put that out of the way. I propped it up on a jack just to make sure that it wouldn't rip the line, and it was out of the way. Now we can move on to the lug stud. We're going to have to remove the old one. First, rotate the disc so that it lines up in the back where you can see a slot in the dustpan. You're going to have to hammer this out, and because this one was so short, it actually wedged its way out through the side of and around the axle. If it was a full lug nut and it was long, it was just stripped, you might have a little bit more difficulty removing this. I used an adapter. It was a little piece of metal just to pop this out, and it actually came right out the back. Now that is removed, so it's time to install the new one. Now this would be a little bit more difficult because the new one is the full length and the axle does get in the way. As you can see here, the short one was the old one, it popped right out. The new one it's not going to fit around the axle. So went to the dollar store, got a saw, and I had to cut off a little bit of the head just so it can fit around the axle shaft there. So as you can see here, I actually removed a little bit of the top. You want to line up these grooves on it when you put it in, but you do want to get it in there, so I had to remove a little bit off the top of it just to make sure that it would slide past the axle. As you can see here, it is sliding past the axle, and I'm about to line up the grooves. So once the grooves were lined up, a little tap and it just slid right in. It didn't slide all the way in. You're going to have to suck it through from the other side. So I used a wrench and a washer and put the lug nut on there with the stud and tighten this down. When I tightened it, it sucked it through. So there it is. Job well done. This is on a 2000 Honda Civic. Put the rim back on and vamonos. Thank you for watching the Honda Ace.